I want to talk about revocable trusts and personal representatives in the context of these very scary economic times that we are in 2026 and how things are going to get a lot worse. There is a legitimate question, which is who controls a revocable trust while you're alive? And then that rolls into the question, what happens when you're dead? Or more interestingly, what happens when the person who made the trust starts to slide in capacity? Well, Florida Statute 736.0601 is the statute that deals with it, and it says quite clearly that when the settlor is alive, a revocable trust can be revoked, amended. That settlor, that person that created the trust, usually the ones in control of the money, they are the ones that are in control. Now, there's another part of that says when they die, the trust becomes irrevocable, and whatever was locked in place that dad or mom did while they were alive, boom, that's fixed. There's a whole other interesting column here that we're going to get into a lot of detail recently and coming up, and that is what happens when the settlor doesn't die, but they really start to lose capacity. And we're seeing more and more of that. To me, that's the grand frontier. Dad has created this revocable trust. It has very specific provisions in it, and I'm assuming that it was done correctly by an attorney, not a do-it-yourselfie, right? So dad has created this trust. It's very simple, and it provides for his little ducklings over here, 1 through 5. But dad starts to slip. Who's got the power to go in there and help dad to make some changes to respond to a volatile stock market, economic market, and the changes that we're seeing right now? It's a very interesting question, and it's one that particularly the fiduciaries need to think about, but also the little ducklings over here, the beneficiaries, and start having some real hard conversations about what can we do, what should we do with this pot of money over here that should be protected while dad is slipping a little bit. So if you're in that circumstance, you're the trustee, you're a PR, you're a fiduciary, or you're a beneficiary over here, and you have interest in this topic, like and subscribe and ask for our book where we can provide you detailed information on this fascinating and emerging subject.